Hello, this is Sir Alexander with another Starcraft 2 battle report. This is between Kingmaker and Moonshadow. Moonshadow we all know from the previous RPG.net tournaments. Kingmaker, on the other hand, this is his first tournament, and he says, I do hate you, by the way, so he must hate Moonshadow. I wonder why. Oh, wait, not you, Astar. He hates Astar Wolf. Well, understandable. Astar Wolf is, Astar Wolf is a diamond player, and so in the chat, looks like apparently Wolf convinced Moonshadow to go Zerg? I don't know. Maybe that's why he hates Wolf. Anyways, I'm going to speed this up in the other game, try and get this thing off in one cast. Not a lot going on here. Looks like he's going to do a 14 pull. Oh my goodness, is he? Oh man, he's going to do a 16 hatch. 16 hatch, 16 pull. That's crazy. He's going to get scouted. And Kingmaker needs to push right now, which is what he's doing. A little bit late. And we'll see if this pays off. And he has a bunker going down. The bunker is up. He needs to get those Marines in there right now before those drones get in. He needs to get those Marines in. And, oh, are they going to get in? Yes, they're going to get in. And now they're in. And it will begin working away at that hatchery. It's going to take forever, but it will begin working away. We'll see if he can get enough Zerglings out. Moonshadow says he hate you. Honestly, if you 16 pull, you deserve to be, get this done. Roach Warren is up, so it looks like he's going straight for roaches. He needs to pull some Zerglings, some roaches, and some drones and a queen and get down there and kill that. He also should put some Zerglings on patrol back and forth here so reinforcements can't back it up. He needs to do this before the hatchery gets out. He's got 3 spine crawlers coming out, but he's not even going to try and save this hatchery. It's a little bit of a mistake. Can you do injection? You could do transfusion on a structure. He really maybe should have run that queen down and done transfusion perhaps. Anyways, 3 spine crawlers. Always going to do spine crawlers on the high ground, I think is what he's doing with that. But no, it's not going to be fast enough, and that hatchery will go down. All those little, whatchamacallits, broodlings are going to come out. He probably should have attacked at the same time with his roaches. Another Marine is coming up to back that up. Oh, and it's actually going to run in here. Oh, but that thing he just finished in time. And now they're attacking away at those larvae. Mass roach here. And those roaches are going to begin working away at that rack. Will it be salvaged in time? Yes, it is. How unfulfilling. He's going to get 100 free crystals back. So he lost nothing but a Marine and took down that hatch. That's the way to play. And he's expanding himself. And if you are a Protoss, you do not want to be 1 base down against a Terran. Not quite as bad as being 1 base down from a Protoss, but you definitely don't want to do it against a Terran. This Roach Warren is up, and no tech from the no tech for roaches yet. Sitting happily on those 5 roaches, and he's probably saving up to expand. He's keeping a good spawn of larvae. He needs to do it again right now. But so far he's been keeping up with his larva spawn pretty well. This Overlord camping over here, excellent move. This orbital command is going up. Have the first factory going up. This is a great map for factory, for siege tank drops and stuff like that. These spine crawlers are pushing out, so he's probably going to try and push out before he gets that hatchery up. There goes that hatchery. He needs to wait until those scans go off, though, to expand. There he goes. Now he can expand. Good move, though, waiting. And I'm going to speed this up, since we're not having much action here. He does have a lair. Maybe he could speed tech to Broodlords. Is that a Spire? Oh, yeah, Spire. How lame. Oh, and there's a fight going on, but wasn't much of one. I think it was just roach ownage as those roaches got owned. And I wonder what that gaping hole is. Maybe that's the spine crawler unburrowed. I don't know. Either way, not much else going on for the moment. Cycling through those Marines to make sure they're not changelings, I guess. Boo, MoonshadowZ. I wonder why. Siege tanks. Siege tank is out. So really just macro. He's stocking up on roaches, pressing out with his spine crawlers. Roaches are dancing back and forth. And a Thor's out. No starport. There's a starport with the tech lab, meaning we could see banshees. No, a raven. Ravens are always good. Zergling's coming out. He really does just not have a... Oh, banelings! Didn't see that one. That may or may not be effective. We'll see. It all depends on if those siege tank shots can get it off right. And infestors. I love infestors. Neuroparasite on the... oh, but there's a... he has a raven up, so those infestors are going to have to run. Ooh, wow. Gory death there. Oh, and what a waste, as there is a raven on the high ground, and those infestors are going to have to run. What he needs to do is get these infestors, put them in an overlord, drop them on the high ground, and then burrow them up, run up here, and spawn a million infested Terran in the backfield. If you get enough infested Terran, you can actually focus down a command center. And oh my goodness, look at all those siege tanks. That's why I love Terran. Terran is so powerful against Zerg, because you can get so many siege tanks. This Zergling is going to go ahead and start attack, or just checking out those rocks. Not a lot else going on here. Let me speed this up. This Overlord scouting. And finally we have a push. These guys are coming out. All of these siege tanks, they see that force. The siege tanks might want to go into siege mode and try and pull those guys out into them. But no, it looks like he's not going to be full forward. He's massing up. And mass infestors. Oh my goodness, that's 7 infestors. He needs to get them somehow. He needs to get around that raven and into the base, down the raven to get into the base. But right now, these guys are just stocking up on energy, and we are going to see some cataclysmic battles. And here comes the fighting. Those Zerglings went in way too early, though. All the banelings are going to go up against those siege tanks, though, and kablooey, those siege tanks are into the afterlife. Every one of those siege tanks go down. Most of those banelings are getting shot down, though. There are medevacs out as well, which do help. Not much against the banelings, but do help with the aftermath. Moonshadow says he doesn't like tanks. Yeah, nobody likes going up against tanks. Unless you're going Void Rays, which is just stupid. You should be shot and hung if you go mass Void Ray. Loads of roaches coming out here. Pretty good move. Of course, Thors do pretty well against roaches, and Marauders do even better against roaches. So we'll see how effective this will be. Hydras might be the better choice. And here they come. Banelings are going off. Not many, though. Infestors are all off the Terran army from retreating. And a, whatchamacallit, is going down on some of those units. Loads of neuroparasite on various units. He needs to get one on the Thor. But no, he is not going to get one. He really should have had one on the Thor. He tried it first, and he's got it on the medevac. Oh my goodness, he's got neuroparasite on the medevac. That is an awesome move. I have never seen a move that awesome. I mean I have, but that was pretty awesome. Neuroparasite on the medevacs. He needs to come in just a little bit closer. There he goes. That's the proper things to do. And he gets both siege tanks down. All of you Zerg players, I want you to take a note of that. Neuroparasite on the medevac. He needs to do neuroparasite on the medevac and then do a drop. He's spawning infested Terran and then burrowing and running away. But of course there is a raven there. Those infested Terran are not going to do all too much damage. How much damage do they even do? Oh, I didn't get a chance to see. Yeah. Anyways, these lone infestors coming out, running away. So these two players came off very even in that exchange, but I think that that Kingmaker has the upper hand because of his macro. He's going to be able to macro better. Speed this up and hope that I'm not over my YouTube limit. Like that, he says. Neural Parasite on the Medivacs. Awesome. There are so many cool things that you can do with Medivacs. And while I've been gabbing away, he has double expanded. And Moonshadow is going to come out and win this match, I think. Unless these Thors are really strong against Mutas. He's got 3, 3, and 3 Marauders. No, 5 Marauders. Anyways, we do have we have Thor ship? No Thor ship yet. Thors should totally be allowed to attack when in a medevac. And then when the medevac is destroyed, they just drop and land on the ground. How cool would that be to put a Thor in a medevac and then fly it around? It's like shooting guys and stuff. Anyways, we do have a Thor ship drop over here. This Queen's going to try and take him out. That's not going to go too well. Of course, this expansion is Satch. Kingmaker hasn't seen it. Let me see if he has. He has not seen it. Hopefully, he's not going to scout it. Hopefully for Moonshadow, that is. Moonshadow's got a bunch of roaches. A full selection here, but of course there are a bunch of siege tanks and a bunch of Thors, which are pretty good against roaches. They are going to come up and get in siege mode, and are going to take down those guys in a matter of seconds. We do have a burrowed, we do have some infestors out here. No, the Raven's out there. He needs to pull back. There's a Raven out there. Those guys are going to get owned, which they promptly do. And now he's going to try and push out, but those siege tanks are going to do too much damage. More siege tanks coming up. He tries to close in with them. He's not even going to get one down, and he'll be destroyed. That infested too. He's trying to spawn infested Terran, but that's not going to do all too much. This, whatchamacallit, is going to be destroyed, and this is GG. He could try and win it from this expansion, but that's a hefty idea. And now all he's got is Zerglings morphing into Banelings. He's out of gas. This army's pulling back for some reason. Don't know why. And now he's going to push back in. Banelings. More Banelings. But they were on right mouse click, so it didn't work too well. And then he says, I think you got me again. So he will GG out, and that will be GG between Kingmaker and Moonshadow.